product that Dr. Graf just brought in during this visit. Her visit started yesterday, and she does have some more shows today. But what you're looking at is a great set for the eyes, and this is called Nuvesse. And you're actually getting two, it's a two-part set. And what you're gonna do is really focus the area around the eyes. Now, in these pictures, you've seen that the lines and wrinkles have been kind of marked out with a specialized medical camera. So it's a Visia camera. So in the before, you can really see where all the lines and wrinkles are. But in the after using these products for 30 days, using the mask 2 times a week and the serum twice a day, once in the morning, once at night, do you see the difference it's made in the look of her fine lines and wrinkles? I mean, that's huge. She has got to be happy with those results, especially when it comes, again, to the area around our eyes. For a lot of us, that's the first sign of aging. That's really where we notice it, is right there around the eyes. And again, this is a before and after. And you'll notice that we're not doing this on 20-somethings. You know, these are women who truly have lines and wrinkles around their eyes, and in the before, you can really see them, and in the after, they look more diminished. They look, there are a lot fewer. And some people call them character lines. I'll say the after look like character lines. The before, well, those are just wrinkles. And you can see, again, from person after person after person. In the before, you see a lot more lines and wrinkles than you see in the after. Using the same camera, only the picture was taken 30 days later, using the mask, the Nuvesse mask, twice a week, and the serum every day, twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. So that's what you're getting today. You're getting 4 of the masks, and you're getting the serum. And that's, and from those befores and afters, that's all those women used. The masks and the serum, the exact same thing that you're gonna get. Now, I wanna share this with you too, because I wanna show you what the mask looks like. The way that it's designed, it's actually designed to go comfortably, and obviously in each set you're gonna get 1 for each eye. And it's designed to comfortably, I'll do it like this, frame the area around your eye. But it's the full area from the inside of the tear duct all the way out there, so that you can really get even those outlying places, the areas where the crow's feet like to hang out. You can really have something that covers all of that area, and you're getting 2 of these. And so you only need to use these twice a week, so you've got enough for a full month here. And you put them on, you let them stay on there for about 10 minutes, and then you peel them off, and right after you take them off, you're gonna use the serum. And the serum comes to you just like this. What's so great about this serum is that it's a roller ball. So you can easily just roll it right around that same area where you just took off the mask around your eyes, roll it on, it's nice and refreshing, and it feels good around your eyes. And these ingredients are really helping to target the fine lines, the wrinkles, the crow's feet area around your eyes, which is gonna be nice. So again, you use the masks first, you put on the serum, you use the mask only twice a week, you use the serum once in the morning, once at night. You can use this with your regular skincare, but if your regular skincare is not making a dent in the issue of the lines and wrinkles around the eyes, then this is something to step up and try. This is called Cellulation Technology, and it aids in the delivery of all of those key ingredients to your skin. It instantly moisturizes the delicate skin around the eyes. It brightens the appearance and refreshes the look of your skin around your eyes, reducing the look of fine lines and wrinkles, as well as leaving your skin looking and feeling soft and supple. What's great about these is that they're free of parabens, dyes, synthetic fragrances, sulfates, petrochemicals, even gluten. These are gluten-free. And these are the kinds of things that if you go to other countries in the world that are really revered for their beauty treatments, and there are a lot of them, masks and things of this nature are really readily used. There's something that here in this country we don't use as much, but we could benefit from, and this is how you start. We will have a full presentation of this coming up at 6 p.m. this evening, but if you want to go ahead and try them because you recognize yourself in the before and you want to look like the after, then it's really easy for you to call us or go to hsn.com.